What's up, guys? It's Matt from RC Overload. If you notice, I'm not wearing my hat today. I can't find it at the moment. I don't know where it went. Oh well, moving on. So, what I got for you guys today, I got another product from RC4WD JK. Tough Armor, because I like their stuff. They got some really cool stuff, guys. The rear bumper, okay, with a tire carrier. All metal, just like the front bumper is, and the rock guards. So after we install this, we're going to have a full set of Tough Armor products on here. I'm kind of excited. So just going to kind of tear right into just going to tear right into this one. And just kind of get right into it today. So we got our mounts and everything, screws. Kind of curious to know how well this is going to hold up, knowing how I put the front bumper in. So, yeah, have you guys take a look at this. Okay? This thing's kind of cool. We got, just like the factory one, I'm going to assume here. Yeah, this unscrews. A lot of little screws. Holy cow, that's a lot of little screws. There we go. Oh. It's spring-loaded. Oh, that's so cool. So all you have to do really is, let's see if I can show you guys this, okay? Let me see if I can get this back in. Okay, so there you go. Alright. I guess you loosen this up a little bit, you pull up on it, and see how it kind of disappears? And then there you go. You have your swing out. That's pretty cool. So, screw that back in. There is going to be a couple things I'm going to have to swap over onto this bumper. And unfortunately, I just realized, which kind of sucks because I didn't even think of it beforehand, I'm not going to be able to use the D-rings. Why? Well, I'll show you guys here in a second. There's no D-ring holders. Come on. That should come like that. That should have D-ring holders. This thing looks awesome with the D-rings in the back. Well. Anyways. Okay, so a little disappointed there. Because now it's not going to be the same, you know. How's it going to recover now in the rear? I don't know. Not going to let that bug me. Okay, so I won't have to worry about replacing D-rings. Alright. You know something? I was wondering if this even is going to work with mine. Well, we'll see. Because I don't know how the front tire is going to mount up to it. I mean, the spare tire is going to mount up to it. As you guys can see, there's kind of an extension there. Well, this one doesn't have it. I thought this was, you know, I thought this would actually bolt right in, no problem. Be the same thing. I didn't even consider it. Huh. Well, moving on. Gonna put it on anyways. So we're gonna take the body off. Gotta pop the two screws out from underneath. Tiny little screws. Okay, so there we go. There's those. Slide the rear bumper out. Take the mounts off, out of the bag, I mean. Okay. Okay. So I'm just seeing how this thing kind of goes together, since this is the first time. Okay. So you got a little bracket here. that has a little hook to it, and that little hook goes over it. See? Okay, so I'm gonna screw this one on real quick. Okay, so now we're going to need to, I'm assuming, loosen up these screws that hold the rear bumper mount to the frame. Okay, so there's one, there's two, okay, so that slides over. All right. The LEDs in their housing. Again, these are just like the front where you just kind of push them in and hope for the best. They don't really stay 110%. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding some silicone to those just to kind of hold it in place. Alright. Put the screws into the side to hold it. Okay. Put the other one in. I think it looks pretty cool. You know, I know it's might not be 110% exact, but it does look pretty cool. So just trying to figure out how it's going to hold that rear tire. So there we have it. There's the rear mount. Okay. Now, how do we get the spare tire to mount to it? I mean, there's a pretty good gap there. So, give me a minute here. I'm going to try to figure something out. Alright? Alright guys, so I know I was having a little bit of problems trying to get this put together. But I finally figured everything out. There is a little bit of jerry-rigging that you kind of have to do if you want it to work on this model SCX10. The first thing I did was I took, in order to make the spare tire mount work, the SCX10 comes with a bag of spare parts, and in that spare parts is body posts. And I'll show you guys here what I mean. Okay. There's a cut up, shortened down body post that I drilled a hole through in order to make it work. Okay, see it right there? That way, when I go to mount the tire up, it actually has something to sit up against. Whereas before, there was nothing for it to sit up against. So I don't even know how they expect you to mount a tire to it without some kind of modification. On top of that, the holes for the LEDs suck. Yeah, I had to put pure silicone in it in order to hold the LEDs in place. And I had to use zip ties on top of the screws that require it to be mounted with. I had to use zip ties to hold it in place, otherwise the bumper was falling down. The screws couldn't tighten up anymore without them stripping. Overall, I am very displeased about this bumper. I think the craftsmanship in it is excellent. I think they did a well job. But they lacked on quite a few things. And the fact that the mounts should have been longer. So that if somebody needed to put an extra screw in, they could utilize the extra hole in the frame there. But because you have to push the bumper so far back to fit these bodies, there's no opening on those mounts in order to put an extra screw in to help tighten it up. Second of all, it doesn't have holders for the D-rings. I mean, my bad for not seeing it when I ordered it, and until I just mounted it up, I didn't notice it. But come on, there should be D-rings. You know, something to put the D-rings onto. And second of all, how do they expect us, third of all, how do they expect us to mount the spare tire onto the spare tire carrier without something to take up that extra space in the back of the tire there? Now, I found this product on RC4WD Drive, and it was under other manufacturers, went into the Axial JK section, and I came across this. So that's why I thought it would work. Guys, be careful when you're buying this. Okay? It's a cool bumper. You know, I think it's going to work awesome. It does give you a lot more ground clearance in the back. You know, I don't know. I'm almost torn with putting the old bumper back on. I don't know yet. I think we'll test it out and see how well it does. I mean, this is the old bumper, you know. I was looking for all metal for the realism. I don't know. I think I'll leave it on here for right now and kind of test it out and see how well it works. But we'll put this on, give it that full scale effect. It's the first time I've ever come across a product that I was this displeased about. So I'm kind of frustrated. I just spent, you know, $38 on this thing when it doesn't even work properly. It doesn't mount. I want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here in a second after I get this mounted up. Okay. So before I put the body back on to show you guys really, here's the inside, okay? See the zip ties holding it on onto the sides along with the screw? Otherwise it still moves. And as you can see, I had to use pure silicone to hold those LEDs in place. Am I missing something, guys? You know, let me know. Let me know if I'm missing something here. Because I think it's a fantastic looking bumper. I think it's awesome that it's metal. You know, that's the whole reason for it. Why I wanted to get it was because it was metal, without sacrificing the spare tire. So, I don't know. Let's throw the body back on. Put a clip in it to hold it, because otherwise it's not going to hold. Alright, so there it is. It's cool, you know? I think it'll be neat, you know? Especially with the new front bumper on there. I think it'll do well. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Should I leave it and just hope for the best? Or should I put the old bumper back on? You guys tell me. So, that's it. Next video we'll just gonna finish putting in the electronics and kind of do an overview here. Which I'll probably do here shortly after I clean this whole thing up. Yeah, so there you guys go. It's the RC4WD Drive Tough Armor rear bumper. And I think I have Tough Armor spare tire carrier to fit the Axial SCX10 version 2. Alright, I'm not even going to get into it. There you guys go. There's another look at the back of the labeling here. I'll leave the part number down below. So, yeah. See you guys next time. Oh, don't forget to comment and don't forget to subscribe. Like all my videos. Alright, see you guys.